Hi everybody, John Han with the Pulsing Cinema, and the movie of the day is Dario Argento's Giallo, Italian for yellow, of course. The title of the movie is a play on a kind of what became a kind of a loose genre of mainly Italian violent kind of murder mystery films that came about. Mario Bava, Dario Argento, Alberto Lenzi made one or two, and these films got their name Giallo from these pulp post World War II, I believe, crime novels. They were these really seedy novels, murder mysteries, and they had yellow covers, and they were hence the term Giallo. And the Giallo films are kind of the cinematic continuation of those types of kind of seedy stories and things, and they're really complex murder mysteries with lots of POVs of the killer and black gloves and knives and violence and what have you. So, in that backstory, okay, this is a modern 2000s Dario Argento film starring Manuel Sayer, Roman Polanski's wife, and Adrian Brody, American actor, Academy Award winner, right? And, when a Dario Argento movie comes out now, it's kind of like you get scared. And I don't get scared because it's like I'm scared of the movie. I get scared because I'm wondering how much it's going to suck, because he just made a few, like Phantom of the Opera, and then Trauma is okay, but it's not that great, and then the Dracula 3D movie, and it's just like this, it's like how high the mighty have fallen. I mean, Suspiria is so good. Tenebrae is so good. Deep Red is so good. Now it's just like this, and then he comes out with something like the Stendhal syndrome, and Sleep, which is okay, but it's dubbed, it's hacky. It feels like something that somebody ripping off Dario Argento would make. It doesn't seem like something that the master would make. And these films, they don't even feel very well made either. So that's a big criticism. So I was really nervous about watching Giallo, but I was like, man, I need to watch it. I'm a completist. I want to try to see everything this guy does. And I saw Giallo, and I have to say it's an okay movie, really. My worries were kind of assuaged. It actually is a kind of a much better movie than Argento has made recently. A good little solid little horror movie here about I'm going to be giving some spoilers here. It's a ridiculous film about this creepy guy who's called Giallo, who is the son of the illegitimate son of a prostitute, and he's a cab driver, and he has jaundice, and he has yellow skin. Or he's like hepatitis, right? He has yellow skin, and he murders women in models and violent ways. He kind of keeps them toyed up, keeps them tied up, and starts toying with them and all this shit. And Emmanuel Sayer's sister is kidnapped by the guy, and then Adrian Brody is chasing after the killer, and they come to a confrontation. So it's a standard crime film, a standard kind of killer film but there's not really the flourishes, the kind of cinematic flourishes, the stylistic flourishes that Argento is. It's a really simple by the numbers film. What you see is what you get. Not a lot to it. Not really a lot to talk about. Not really a lot that I remember about it, to be honest. It was just very unassuming, but it was also good that it was just, okay, it's just a well-made movie, nobody sounds like they've got like this rubbery mouth. It's not horribly dubbed. It's got Adrian Brody in it, who is Adrian Brody, and he's a really solid actor, so at least he can bring, and he does, and okay, big spoiler alert, he plays dual roles. For some reason, he plays both the lead investigator And then he plays the killer. He plays Giallo. And I didn't know it during the film. I mean, I may be the total idiot. I did not realize that he was playing both the killer and the cop pursuing him. But it is good. He does play Giallo. He has, and that was probably one of the reasons why he took this thing. He's like, oh, I can do the dual role. I can be in a Dario Argento movie. I can really flex my acting muscles with this thing. I can really get my teeth into it. So that's really the highlight of the film, the dual role, which I don't know if you're maybe an attentive audience member, you might realize that in 2 seconds it's Adrian Brody. But I thought the makeup was really good. I thought, he really becomes this Giallo, this demented guy who was picked on all his life and now is exercising his demons in the signature Giallo manner. So, good movie. If you're afraid of it, if you've been burned by Argento films in the past, go for it, Go for it, get it, And controversy aside with Adrian Brody, how he wasn't paid for the film, and the distribution was shut down in the U.S., that's a whole other can of worms, but I think he's great in the film. So, Giallo, yeah, check it out.